Here is a tour of the lifts at 18 blocks of flats. These buildings are really secure. All the doors were locked off, but I managed to ride all of the lifts. The lifts here are really individual. Nearly none of a lift looks exactly like the other. I like that. The most important brand is STAHL and STAHL-ZAISER. All the lifts here are made in the 70s and 80s. And a lot of them got swing doors. And now to the quite posh first building, which is building 12. Here is a Schmidt lift which has been refurbished by KONE. And now into building 14 and into the lift here, which is original from when it was built. This got a really fast moving inner door. Building 16 has got one of the really nice STAHL and STAHL-ZAISER lifts, which are really old. These have got swing doors and a 3-speed inner door original from when they were built. And now into building 18 and into a really nice ThyssenKrupp lift. This is how the lift looked like in the past. Here are the 90s 80s ThyssenKrupp fixtures and the old indicator. And this is how the lift looks like today. It has changed a bit. They replaced all the fixtures and they altered the motor. They added a VF generator to it. But I also did several mistakes. Usually, lifts at residential buildings have got a downward call collector, so if the lift moves down and somebody calls it, it will stop there and collect the people. When the lift moves up and you call it, it passes without stopping, as it doesn't make sense to do so. If you call the lift at the upper floors, you just call it for going down to leave the building or go to the basement. But on this lift, they reversed it. If I call it, it stopped when the lift was going up, and it didn't stop when the lift was going down to where the exit is. How strange is this? This lift is equipped with a very strange call cancel option. So if you press a button twice, the call will be cancelled and the button doesn't light up any longer. If you do so while the lift is moving, the lift goes to the top or to the bottom, depending on its direction. This strange system is also used by several old Platt-Schindler lifts. Now to the newest building in this tour of the lifts video, Building 20. This was made in 1980 and it has got a lift with automatic doors and a really nice 2-speed motor. And now to the lift in Building 22, which is also really nice and old. This lift goes really bumpy. Now into the most posh building in this tour of a lift, which is a 70s posh residential building. This is number 24. It is quite rare to find something like this. The lift here is also a really nice Stahl one with a 3-speed inner door and it is complete and original. Awesome. The lift runs really good for its age. And now to Building 26. The lift here is also a Stahl, which is quite similar to the one in 24. But this lift doesn't run so good as the one in 24. now to building 28. Here is a really nice lift which has got an awesome inner indicator. This lift stops at half floors, so the floors have got a confusing numbering. Now to building 30, which houses a really nice Flohr-Otis-lift. This lift has sadly been refurbished and got a VF generator. Now to building 32. This building was really grotty. All the walls are scratched up, same to the lift doors and the lift cab. It was really grotty and the lift was really bumpy. Now to building 34 and into the lift, which is also a nice original STAHL-ZAISER lift from 1970. This lift runs very fine. Now to a less colorful STAHL-ZAISER lift in building 36. This lift is quite similar to the other STAHL-ZAISER lifts around, but this doesn't run so good. And now to a similar STAHL-ZAISER lift in building 38. Building 40 also has got a STAHL-ZAISER lift, but this has been refurbished. The motor of this lift makes some very strange noises. I don't know if it is replaced or just altered. Building 42 has got a very strange lift. This lift has got bendable inner doors, as there's not enough space in the shaft to let the door open on their usual way. The next lift at Building 44 is also a Flohr-Otis with a different door system. This also has got a really nice swing door. This lift has been modernized by Schindler. It got a new VF motor and some Schindler Eurolift fixtures. And now to the final building in this tour of lifts, Building 46. This includes the oldest lifts in the entire video. This is made in 1969. This lift is another STAHL-ZAISER and it doesn't run very good.